Hi, I'm Beth Tegart, and I'd like to share a story with you. This is a story about a frog, and if you've heard it before, you might want to join in with me. If it's new, listen carefully. There was once a boy and a girl, and they had nothing to do. They were so bored. They played on the swings. They ran around in the yard. They played tag. They crawled around and looked for interesting rocks. And they were still bored. Until the boy got an idea. He said, I know what we can do. Let's build a little cage and make a trap and see what we can catch. And maybe we'll catch something cool and we can play with it. And the girl said, cool, that's a great idea, let's do it. So they got sticks and they got some grass and they wove together a little cage and they put it down on the ground and they waited. And before long, they heard a snap. Something was in the cage. They crawled over, they opened the door, and the boy reached in and pulled out a frog. This is really neat, said the boy. Look at the green color. Look at the spots on it. Look at... All of a sudden, the boy stopped because the frog turned around and said, hello, who are you and what do you eat? And the boy, he was so amazed. He said, I'm a boy and I eat grilled cheese. Wow, said the frog. Fascinating. I'm a large-mouthed frog, and I eat flies. Well, the boy and the frog talked for a minute, and then the frog turned and looked at the girl. And he said, hello, who are you and what do you eat? And the girl said, I'm a girl, and I eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And the frog said, wow, fascinating. I'm a large-mouthed frog, and I eat flies. And so the boy and the girl and the frog talked for quite a while until the frog said, time for me to go. I've got places to be and things to do. And he hopped off down the road. Well, before long, the frog met an animal with two tails, one in the front and one in the back. The frog hopped right up to that animal and said, hello, who are you and what do you eat? And the animal, which was a elephant, said, I am an elephant, and I don't have two tails. I have a trunk in the front and a tail in the back, and I eat peanuts. And the frog said, wow, fascinating. I'm a large-mouthed frog, and I eat flies. And so the frog and the elephant had a nice long visit. Until the frog said, time for me to go. I've got places to be and things to do. And down the road he hopped. Well, before long he met another animal. This animal had a little mask across his face, and the frog went right up to him and said, hello, who are you and what do you eat? And the animal said, I'm a raccoon, and I eat garbage. And the frog answered, well, I'm a large-mouthed frog, and I eat flies. And so the raccoon and the frog had a nice long visit. But by and by, the frog told him it was time to go, and off he went. The next animal he met had two heads, one above the other. Frog hopped right up to that creature and said, hello, who are you and what do you eat? And the first head said, "I'm a kangaroo." And the second said, "I'm a joey, a baby kangaroo, and we eat leaves." "Wow," said the frog. "Fascinating. I'm a large-mouthed frog, and I eat flies." And so the kangaroos and the frog had a good, long visit. Later in the afternoon, the frog left. He hopped down the road a little further, and soon he met an animal with a big, long neck. "Hello," said the frog. "Who are you and what do you eat?" And the animal said, I'm a giraffe. I eat the tops of trees." "Wow," said the frog. "Fascinating. I'm a large-mouthed frog, and I eat flies." And so the giraffe and the frog had a good, long visit. And so it went, all through the day, until it got dark. The frog would meet animals, find out who they were, what they ate, and have a good chat. But as it was getting dark, the frog realized he'd need a place to sleep. And so he hopped down a shady road, looking here and there for some place he might sleep. And just then he saw an S-shaped creature halfway under a rock. And the frog hopped right over and said, "Hello, who are you and what do you eat?" And the creature slithered out from underneath the rock and said, "I am a snake, and I eat large-mouthed frogs. Have you seen any around here lately?" And the frog said, "No, I never saw one like that at all." And he kept his mouth closed, and he hopped down the road. He finally found a place that was comfortable and safe and spent the night. But ever since that day, Frog has learned his lesson. In fact, it's a lesson we all could remember. There's a time and a place to keep your big mouth shut. Thank you.